All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you the exact reason why some solar businesses simply can't scale past, 100 installations per month, right? I've talked to solar business owners that are big and small and kind of seen the differences in how they actually tackle things and how they're actually able to either scale or the reason why they're not able to actually reach the point where they want to get to. So I'm going to take you through 5 different pillars that will show you exactly why this is actually occurring, why you can't scale, why you can't grow, why you can't take your business to that next level. Okay, so if you're ready, let's jump straight in. Right, like I mentioned, we've got 5 different pillars that we're going to go ahead and tackle, right, in terms of how solar businesses, they're actually struggling to scale past 100 installations per month, right? And I'm going to start with the first one, which is simply the lack of focus. Okay, now I know everyone really wants to kind of do everything and want to change. Oh, yeah, I can do this and I can do plumbing and I can do all electrical work and I can do tiling as well and I can do water filtration and everything, but it's simply not going to be helpful towards your business to actually scale because you don't have focus, right? With this lack of focus and all these different industries and different services that you offer, you're now faced with the thing of, you're diverting, or you've got to spread out all your resources across all the different services that you have, right? Because now all the marketing budget and stuff like that may be going towards this thing, or some of it's going to go to your tiling or your plumbing or your this. So everything is going to be spread across every other service that you offer or every other department that's there. And now you're going to be faced with the thing of you can't actually scale past anything because you have zero focus, right? That leads me to the next one, is you don't have expertise in anything. You've got plumbing, you've got electrical, you've got solar, you've got tiling, you've got water filtration, you've got this, you've got that. You have no sense of mastery, no sense of expertise. You've become a generalist and a guy that's, hey, yeah, I can fix that for you. Sure. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can, now you're creeping into an area where you don't have any expertise or any knowledge of everything in depth in order to actually deliver something that is of great value to someone, because now you just don't have any mastery in this specific thing. Now, when you have this lack of focus, right, it's not just, my resources are spread thin and I'm not professional, but hey, maybe you're absolutely great, you're fantastic at allocating all the different resources into different spaces and everything like that, and you actually have a grasp and expertise on every single thing, which is unlikely, but anyway, you're going to confuse your customers. You're going to confuse people who actually want to get solar. They're going to be like, oh yeah, I need solar, but this guy says he does water filtration. I don't know, let me go to the next guy. Now you've just thrown out someone who is simply just confused. You could be a great service provider, you could be everything that's loving and wonderful under the sun, but if you confuse someone, they are not going to buy. A confused mind doesn't buy. So if ever you are now confusing them, oh yeah, we do tiles, we do solar, we do plumbing, we do water filtration, we do tailoring, for all I know, you're going to confuse the customer. And it's going to give an inconsistent customer experience, because now you're sitting with a thing of, oh, yeah, we're very good on the solar side, but this water filtration thing, we're okay with it, but we're just going to add it as a service and we're just going to do it because we can. Now, the people who receive your water filtration services are now going to be experiencing a bad thing with your company. Now, let's say they want to go solar, they're going to be like, you guys just gave me the most terrible experience when it comes to you guys putting in my water filtration system in my home, so I don't trust you to do everything else. So now, one service of yours that has now kind of destroyed the validity and work expertise that you have in every other field, right? And in doing this, it's literally going to create major operational efficiencies within your business, because now if this thing's inconsistent here, now you're trying to fix this thing, trying to fix this thing, and then everything else other places of the other departments, they start to drop because now you're focusing on this thing that shouldn't have been there in the first place, right? So you're going to kind of drain your operational efficiency because now it's spread everywhere. It's spread everywhere. There's no focus, right? And then the next thing is the marketing dilution. You simply cannot market to someone who you don't know you want as a client, right? Mouthful, it's a bit hard to understand of what I just said, but you get what I'm saying. If you are providing all these different things, you have a lack of focus, now you're sitting in a situation where you don't know how to call out your audience. You're doing water filtration, you're doing tiling, you're doing plumbing, you're doing electrical, you're doing landscaping, you're doing solar, whatever it is. Now you don't know how to speak to someone. You don't know how to speak to the person who actually needs your thing, because now you're speaking to everyone and you're not speaking to that person. You're speaking to the masses and not the individual. So now you've just diluted your whole thing and you don't have any brand consistency. This will come into the brand confusion as well, because now you don't know how to speak to someone. They don't know if they're being spoken to. So now you're in a situation where you're going to have to struggle to actually scale and actually put in the time and effort into your marketing where it's actually going to fix and like everything's going to work. That's going to take a lot of campaigns, number one, which is going to be a lot of money. And then now you have to understand each prospect at every level, how to speak to them, how they feel, how they this, how they that. Just focus, please. Just focus. This is a huge one that I see. This is a major one amongst smallish, mediumish solar companies. They just want to do everything because they're like, yeah, I'm a contractor. I can do it. The data says otherwise. Now, we go on to the next one, which is reliance on referrals. Now, everyone I know that is doing solar is like, yo, my referral system's great. That's where I get all my leads from. My clients are happy with my service. They're awesome. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. But here's the thing. As much as referrals are great, they're fantastic. That's like 100% close rate, we could say. It's not really that number, but it's close. Now, why is that? Obviously, it's because, it's trust in everything and stuff like that. But as much as this is such a strong, lead source, it's inconsistent. It's simply inconsistent, and it's not reliable to actually scale this thing, because now you don't know that this person's actually gonna be like, yeah, let me tell Tom and Lucy down the street that I got the solar from you guys. You don't know that they're gonna tell them that. You don't know that Tom and Lucy go, oh, yeah, that's great, but I'm gonna go with someone else. You don't know that. And now you're relying on that. You don't know how many missed opportunities you've had. Sure, you have a great referral thing, but how many people have you missed because you're relying on referrals solely? Okay, you cannot rely on referrals. Referrals are great. I'm not saying do not take them. Referrals are amazing, but you need to focus, okay? Going back to point number one. Now, we've got the next pillar, which is the unleveraged marketing, okay? I still see this to this day. Not sure as to why it is, but we're gonna go and tackle it anyway. We've got billboards, lead providers, cold calls, door to door, and low converting ads that are actually making you be like, it's putting you in a situation where you have the least leverage possible. Billboards, yep, cool. You put them up there and, people drive past and whatever. However, number one, you can't track that. You don't know who's seen it. You don't have their contact information. You don't have nothing. It's just you've paid money to put something somewhere and you've hoped that it will work because there's a high amount of traffic that's going past this billboard. And now you're just praying and hoping. But in that praying and hoping, you don't even know if ever that campaign or that thing that you put on the billboard is actually going to attract customers. Okay? So you've wasted thousands and thousands upon dollars just to put this thing up there for a couple of weeks, maybe month, 2 months, and then you hope to get something, right? Then you get the other one, which is the actual lead providers. Now, if ever you were sitting with the thing of, oh yeah, let me just buy 1,000 leads, I don't think that's what you want. What you're looking for is either like appointments or actual sales, because leads, it's a bit meh. Leads could be anything. You watching this video could be a lead, but you could not be a solar company. You're probably not a solar company, but if you are, check the link down below, book a call. But if you're not a solar company, technically you could be classified as a lead. You're just not a qualified lead. So now we have to deal with the thing of lead providers. Yo, I get my leads from lead provider and da 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 da. You're getting a host of all different types of leads, qualified and unqualified, and people that are just not in your space. Now you have to deal with that. Now you've paid them, and now it's just you're not leveraging what you need in order to actually scale and actually get customers, which is getting the right person on the phone that has the problem that you're looking for, that needs the solution. Needs it, needs it, needs it, needs it, needs it. Not, oh yeah, that would be great in a couple of years' time. No, they need it now. And the only way to do that is to use your own type of marketing and your own type of thing where you can actually target your specific person who will actually be able to, on board with you guys, right? Same thing goes for cold calls, door to door. It's just it's unleveraged. It takes too much time. Honestly, it takes too much time. You could rather take that and put it into something else like ads or anything like that, and then get a better return for your investment because you don't have to spend 8 days in the boiling 8 hours in a day in the boiling sun to tell everyone to tell you to F off, for everyone to tell you to F off, and then now you've went home with two appointments or nothing. That's reality. And then you get the low converting ads. Now, if ever you have these low converting ads, you've seen, okay, we're in the digital rush, guys. We're in the digital rush and we need to start putting ads out there. But then your ad's not converting. Now you've spent so much money, so much time, so much effort to put into these ads, and then you say, Facebook ads doesn't work. You write it off. You write off Facebook ads. Oh, Google ads don't work. No. It's all because you just don't have the right systems and mechanisms in place in order to have ads that convert. Okay? Now, that is the unleveraged marketing. Okay? Now, obviously, all of these things, I've mentioned them. You need to look at them and understand what would be a leveraged way of doing things. I don't want to just give you the answers because I know the answers, but you don't know the answers, Sway. Anyway, yeah. So you guys can go ahead and look at this and understand. Let's say if it's ads, you're going to take the ads and actually learn and see, oh yeah, this is actually working well. This is actually working in my benefit. But what's going to happen with that? You're going to have to do testing and testing and testing and trying and trying and trying. Or you could book a call down below and see how we can actually help you with this and implement this in your business. But anyway, moving on to the service delivery side. Okay, now there's two different pillars here. We've got the customer experience and the lack of the team. And the reason why service delivery is a very important part into you actually scaling to 100 plus installations per month is because if you do not deliver on what you've promised, people are going to talk bad about you and you will not get business. Understood? Perfect. First thing is the customer experience. Okay, customers are the lifeline of your business. I'm sure you know that. I think we all do. They're the lifeline of your business. Now, if ever they're the most important thing, it means that their experience needs to be top tier. Because why? They're going to refer you, remember referrals, they're going to refer you, they're going to talk nice about you, and they may continue to buy stuff from you in the future, which is the most important thing, okay? First thing you would want to do to increase customer experience, if you're already doing this, great. But if not, do this. Education and training, okay? This person just installed a couple $1,000s on their roof. They better know how this thing works. Now, I'm not saying that, they need to know the exact, physics and stuff behind all of it, but they need to know exactly how to actually look at the app and how the app how it works, monitoring, are my panels performing, are they not, what's the problem, that type of stuff. Education and training, educating the prospect or educating your customer as to how to use the system the best way, how to get the most out of it, how to actually save and get the most, you can reap the most benefits from this thing, because there are ways in order to get energy back or use less energy at this time of the day to keep your batteries powered up, to do this. And so there's a lot of training and stuff that goes into this, and a lot of education that the person needs to understand that, hey, I can actually optimize my thing better. So providing them with the education, with the training, all that different stuff is going to increase and boost the customer experience, because they're going to be like, oh, I've just been given all the knowledge I need, all the things I need in order to actually make this thing work. Yes, it's going to go there. The sun's going to do its thing. It's going to give me energy. Cool. But at least I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm using. I know what's on my house. I know what's there. I know what it's doing. Right? And along with that, they're going to have questions. They're going to have questions about this thing. They're going to ask, oh, the app is not reading properly. It says the sun is pulling in X amounts of energy, but I'm not receiving. Okay, now customer support. Now you have to come in as the business and actually help this person. Now, if your customer service is poor and your customer support is poor, what's going to happen? Even though they've already bought the system from you, they will talk bad about you because of the post-purchase, the post-purchase experience. It's not like you can't now take this thing and like, yeah, cool, they've signed, they've paid, we're gonna install the solar, and then that's their problem. No, it's your problem. Why is it your problem? Because it's your service and it's your name on the line. So it's your problem now. So giving the most customer support to the prospect, or the client rather, is going to be beneficial to both you and the client and other people as well. Because then other people are going to come on and be like, hey, they provided the most amazing support. So if ever I have problems, I know that they'll be able to help me with it. They may not be the biggest company, they may not be the most exposed company, but they have the most important thing sorted out, which is putting your customers first. Customer support. Okay? Now, to enhance customer experience, obviously you can send them some energy usage report and stuff like that, just to show them, yeah, my panels are doing this and this. Cool. Next thing is the customer referral program. Now, it's one thing to save someone money. It's another thing to make someone money. Now, if ever you've just installed something on someone's roof and they obviously saving money, that would be amazing. Cool. But if you could make them money from their investment that they've just made, they will work for you. They will work hard for you. So if you implement a customer referral program for people to actually be incentivized to refer and actually incentivized to, put your business out there and tell more people about you, that's going to enhance their experience, because it's not just, yeah, I've just saved energy and saved money on my electricity, but I'm also making money from this company because they've got this awesome referral system in place. So what am I going to do? I'm going to tell the business down the road, my friend, I'm going to tell him, hey man, go with these guys. Yeah, they'll sort you out with your solar and everything, but they've got this amazing referral program where you can earn money back from it just by telling other people about them. So if you give people money back and save their money, they're going to love you till the end of time. So put a referral program in place and watch the money roll in. Okay. And the last thing here for customer experience is free stuff. Free things. People like free things. Okay. So if you've just installed at someone's home, or you've installed at a business, whatever it is, give them something for free. Whether it's free maintenance for the first year, whether it's a free, solar lamp, I don't know what it is, give them something for free. Because when you give something for free, they're going to be like, oh wow, I just got all of this and then I got this thing for free. Great. Everyone likes getting free things. So if you give them a free thing, they'll be like, wow, this was a cool experience. Thank you. I didn't need this, but thanks. I'll take it. No one's going to say no. So give free stuff. The next thing underneath the service delivery section is the lack of a team. Now, the reason you can't scale is because you just don't have the team in place to actually do that, right? You don't have the team. You don't have the ability to scale your operations because you just don't have the right people in place. You don't have the right team. You don't have the size of the team is not there. So you physically cannot do it. You cannot do it. You can't do it. So now you're just stuck at where you're at, under 100 installations a month. And that sucks. I know. But we can improve that. Now, the next thing is the service delivery bottleneck. You've got a team, and now this team they're good, they can install, they can do whatever, they can manage the project, they can do whatever, cool. But now, what happens to everyone else that you've promised you're going to do this for? Okay. Now you're going to reach a bottleneck where you now have to start pushing out installation dates because you just don't have the team size to actually do it. So now people are going to say, oh, I've just, signed up with this guy, and now he tells me that, oh, I'm only going to get my solar in 3 months because he's booked up until then. But if you had the right team, if you had a big enough team, you could go install it at his place next week. Do you understand what I'm saying? So having a lack of a team is literally going to not take you to that. You can't scale there. You can't take your business to that level because you just don't have the team size, and that sucks. But it is what it is. Get more people on your team. And since you have less people on the team and you're trying to scale and do things, what's going to happen? If you try and use something small for a big job, it's not going to be able to do it efficiently. It's not going to be able to do it. If it does it, the quality is going to be low, and the consistency of this quality across multiple variable points is going to be low because you're trying to do the bare minimum because you don't have the actual team in place to do this thing properly, right? So now, like I said, there's going to be reduced quality and reduced consistency. Now, what does this mean? You've just tried to scale to 100 installations a month, okay? You've had to reduce your quality because of your team size and everything. Now what happens? Your team is overwhelmed. Why? You've given them too much. You've given them too much to do, and now people are playing more roles. They're wearing more than one hat because they have to be the lead technician, and they must be the operations manager, and they must be, and so now people don't have a role. They don't have a specific role or a specialization that they're able to really focus and hone in on because they're just spread everywhere because there's not enough people on the team. So people have to pick up for other things. So if you don't have a team that's a good size, you're not going to scale. You're just not. It's just not. If you do, you try to, you're going to reduce quality and consistency. Your reviews are going to go down. Simple as that. The last thing here is the missed opportunity. You don't have a team, can't go install. Sorry. It's easy as that. The last thing here is the workflow gaps. Okay. Now, we've got client management, you've got no nurturing sequences, and you've got a sales efficiency problem. Okay. Starting off with the client management, right? A lot of times I see people don't have CRMs or anything like that. They're just kind of using Excel sheets or some fashion of a CRM, right? But they don't have this thing set in place properly. Now, what's the problem with this? You can't manage your contacts or your opportunities or leads or anything like that efficiently. If ever John has the lead on his phone there, Sam has the other guy on his phone, and now you have to ask Sam to call that guy, or, hey Sam, can you please send me that person's email so that I can All this is creating small little micro cuts, death by 1,000 cuts because this problem, and it's small things, just like, hey, you have that phone number, can you give it to me? What does that do? That maybe you've yet to call up Tom, or you have to message Tom, or what it is, whoever's name it was, Tom, and now you have to wait an hour for Tom to respond. You could have logged into the CRM, gone and fetched the contact that Tom has, and called up that person yourself, or message that person yourself within the span of 5 minutes, but you've had to wait an hour, 2 hours, because Tom was on lunch. And now you're not able to do things as fast. So having a CRM in place to be able to manage everything, keep everything in one place so that everyone can just work easily and more efficiently from this place. The next thing is the segmentation and your audience, okay? It's very important to understand where someone is in their journey of your client, pipeline, or your client stages or anything like that. In order to separate people into different categories, it's beneficial because you know how hot or how cold someone is. Okay. Whether it's you use a lead scoring thing or anything like that, to actually segment, okay, this person, this person, this person, this person's more primed to install now. This person, they're not really ready, so just score them here. So that you're not focusing on the people that are actually highly scored and focusing on the people that are just like meh. Now you can actually segment people and understand, okay, these are the differences. Here's this person here. They are very interested. They've got a lead score of 10. Now, go after this person, not this person down here, right? You get to segment people and then get to act on it accordingly, because now you've separated the different people. You understand where everyone is in their journey, so that you can speak to them where they are in their journey and not speak to them generally. Does that make sense? Now, obviously, then the next thing is onboarding. Now, once someone says, yes, I'm ready to go solar, I'm so excited, yay, let's go. Now, the first experience that they have of your company is the onboarding. If the onboarding, after they've put their card on the table and said, paid, what now? The closer you are to delivering value to this person as soon as they've paid, if ever they swipe and immediately they swipe, everything's installed, that's so much value, right? But if ever now when it comes to the onboarding, you take 2 days, 3 days to actually get the onboarding started and now this person starts having buyer's remorse because they're like, did I make the right choice? Because they're not really delivering now and everything and what. Now you could start facing things of refunds and everything like that. So streamlining your onboarding process when it comes to invoicing, when it comes to actually giving them the project schedule, giving them this, giving them that, making sure that everything's fine. If ever you've sorted that out, you will have the best customer experience ever, and your workflow will work nicely, if I can say, right? Next thing, appointment automation, right? There's obviously when you go to sites to do the installation, when you go to sites to do the check-in, the yearly check-in on the site to see if everything's okay with the installation and everything like that. You need to have some sort of automations in place already set, like from day dot, once you finished installing, from then there already needs to be a date where you need to come in and check in from, let's say, 6 months or a year later. That date must be set. You know what I'm saying? Or roughly an idea of where it is, okay? Now, in order to do this and not have to think about it, you just have to set up automations in order to do this. Like reminders to be like, hey, Sally, we're coming to your house next week, Tuesday. Hope you're excited to just come and see this, to go through this and see if ever your system's working great. Cool, I'll see you next week, Tuesday, Sally. Automation. Make everything simple, okay? Make everything simple. Now, database reactivation. What is here, okay? What is this? Being able to see that you've got people in your database, right? Whether they're existing clients or just, leads that are there. In order to get people to buy from you again, you kind of have to tell them, come here. There's this thing that I have. How about, since you've already bought before, or in the other case, you haven't bought before, here's a little special. Here's a little special that we're running just for you. And then you reactivate your database by sending emails or calling people or anything like that to get people to buy again from you. You've not spent any money on advertising. You've not spent any money on that because they're already in your database. You have their phone number, you have their name, you have their email, message them, give them something that they want already, okay? That's database reactivation. Now, when it comes to nurturing, I see this a lot. There's no email and SMS or any type of nurturing that's going on. There's none of that. Like, you need to stay in front of the customer's mind, whether they've bought from you already or they have not. You need to stay in front of their mind. How? Email and SMS follow-ups, just asking questions, giving case studies, stories, how solar's good for you, whatever it is. Keep yourself in the front of their brains, so that when the time is right, then they know, oh yeah, Greener Homes, That's the company that I need to go solo with. Cool. Let me go to them because I've seen them every day or every week. I know I'm gonna get something from them. It's just like Alex Hormozi said this in one of his videos. He was like, the point of like nurturing and following up and everything like that is simply it's like you're into a girl and she has a boyfriend right now, right? But she's okay, she's cool, but she's not available right now. But you just there at the back to be like, hey, look, I know you're not wanting this right now. You're still doing other things. You're busy, right? But you just throw in a little bit of spice to be like, but I'm here, but like in the back, but I'm here. Okay, just to keep them in the back of the mind, so that when they break up or when the prospect is ready to buy, oh, there's that guy, there's this person that I need to go to. Then who are they going to go to? You. Now, another part of nurturing your people is the retargeting ads. Now, if ever you have retargeting ads, what's this going to do? It's going to keep putting you in front of your customers every single time they jump on social media, whether it's Facebook, it's Instagram, whatever it is. Retargeting ads for people that have already been through the pipeline or in the pipeline, just so they can keep being reminded about you. Simple as that. Next thing is the educational webinar. Now, there's people that really need information, that really need to know. I need to know which panel is the best for me. I need to know which inverter is going to be the best for this situation. They're going to research that. So if ever you hosting webinars and stuff like that, even just posting YouTube videos like this one, just going over different things about, this system, this, inverter, why this one is bad, and this, and this, they're going to just consume your content, consume. By the time they decide to switch, let me go solar. Who do you think they're going to? I don't even have to answer that one. And the same thing goes for lead magnets. If you're giving value in lead magnets, this is the 10 tips homeowners can use to save electricity. Boom, there it is. And the last point number 10, go solar. Whatever it is, you bring in people, give them value, take their emails, whatever it is. Even if you have their emails already and they're already in your pipeline, just give them free stuff. Like I said back here, where was it? Hello? Free stuff. Give people free things. People like free things, okay? People like free things. So that's it for the nurturing. And to the last part, the most important one is the sales inefficiency. The speed to lead is disgusting. It is so low, it's scary. I mean, it's understandable why it's not being reached, the leads are being reached out to at a speedy manner, because we're human. But at the end of the day, the speed to lead is very important. I've said this in another video, that speed to lead is it's paramount to anything, because you opt in today and someone calls you today about the thing you've opted in today, you're more likely to remember. But you wait a day, you wait 2 days, you wait 3 days. By day 3, they've forgotten already. They've completely forgotten. Within the first couple hours after even opting in, they've forgotten, but if you remind them, they're like, oh yeah. So the speed to lead, you being able to, as soon as they opt in, if you could, and as soon as they opt in, someone calls them, you're in the green. And you can do that with AI, conversational calls. So AI can actually pick up the phone and call your leads once they opt in or anything like that, and actually call them up, qualify them, see what they're looking for, whether they're a homeowner, they're a business, whatever it is, to actually set up this AI so that it can do the speed and efficiency that you're looking for. Now, if you want to learn more about that, just comment down below if you want to see how to set up some voice AI, some AI calling agents or anything like that. Just comment down below. Now, the next thing is the setter training. Now, obviously, you get someone in new, they're not in AI, and you need to train them. There goes the training. That's time. That's time that has to go. And those leads that they're calling, those are people that you could be using as clients, but they're messing up, maybe. So you have to keep training them, let them fumble, let them recover, and then, let them get better. But that's time, and time we do not really have. Hence why you are watching this video. So keep the training simple. Move to AI. If you don't want to move to AI, you better be comfortable with the fact that you're going to have to continuously train someone and worry about them not performing or anything like that. But at the end of the day, the setter is the one who's going to be able to qualify the actual person that comes through the door, so that your salesperson can have the most breeze easy, kind of sale, because the lead actually wants the thing. Now, another thing I've noticed is a low to average conversion rate. And this kind of ties in with the next one, which is the technical and emotional side of the sales, right? Now, I know that solar businesses, for solar business owners and stuff like that, you guys are smart. I have no doubt about that. None whatsoever. You know the product, you know how it works, you know how to hack it to do this thing better. You know your stuff. You know it, right? I have no doubt about that. But then you take that same thing and you try and sell with the same information. Yes, it's good to know it. It's very good to know it. But to be honest, the homeowner doesn't care about the inverter that is a 5 kilowatt that can generate and have the voltage of. They don't care. They just want the thing sorted out. They're just worried. Oh no, I'm just worried about a blackout. I don't want the food in my fridge to go bad. That's what they care about, not the voltage and the sun sink inverters and the whatever. They don't care. They don't care. As long as whatever you give them is going to work to what they're promised, they don't care. You just need to be playing on their emotional strings. As much as it sounds bad, it's true. You need to play on their emotional strings so that they can be like, oh yeah, no, this is actually affecting me. Like, it's actually affecting me. Not just prices are going up or anything like that. It's prices are going up, yeah. Instead of looking at it like that, think of it as it's taking away from my other parts of my life. That's a way to spin the emotional thing so that they can be like, oh crap, this is how it is, So moving away from the technical side of selling to the emotional side of selling, because that will definitely take your conversion rate from a low and an average to a high conversion rate, because now you're plucking on the emotional strings. And finally, the most important thing out of everything is to resell the quote. Resell the quote. Please, 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 resell the quote. Why? Why is this important? You are dealing with people who are looking to shop for the best deal. Okay? Some people are looking for the best thing, cool. But a lot of people are looking for the best deal and what can save them the most money while still doing the job. Okay? Don't think that it's over. You've just sent the client a quote and it's done. No. You need to resell. You've got so much competition around you. Resell the quote. You've gone to their house. You've looked at the stuff. You've gone back to the office. You've drawn out a quote. And are you just going to send it to them? What? How is that? You can't just send it to them. You've just basically just sent them a payment thing to be like, yeah, just go pay this. But then they're looking at it like, what is this? I don't know what this means. I don't know what that is. Let me just, you know what? This is a bit complicated. I'll think about this and then I'll look at the other ones and everything. Now, you're among the pile of quotes that they have. We don't want to do that. When you resell the quote, what do? You've got the quote, you've gone to site, now you've gone back to the office, you've drawn up the quote. What happens next? You go and call the homeowner, call the business owner, call them, and present the quote to them. Present it and go through it. Line by line. Understand where they're looking at actually not knowing what this means or how to explain if there's the financing thing, how to explain that part, how to do this, how to do that. You need to resell the thing, bring that emotional thing back out of them and back into the situation. Okay, you need to bring that back up. Resell the quote. It's not done. The game's not done. It's not finished. Okay, redo it, resell it, because like I said, you're going to be among the stack of quotes that they have if you do not do this. So now, when you're doing this, when you're on the phone call with them, selling to them again the quote, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, they're going to have objections of moving forward today or doing this, or I'll sign the thing next week or whatever. You're able to address the concerns and objections right there on the call and not have them go think about it. They don't know jack about solar. They don't. So what are they going to think about? They're really not. It's a lie. It's a facade. So you just need to unpack and peel the onion layers back to understand, why is this person doing this? Why do they not want to, move forward today? That's why you can get on the call with them, do the quotes, and everything will be good from there. Okay? So get on the call, resell the quote. Don't just give it to them. It's not going to help you. Don't just give it to them. Resell the quote. So that's basically it. That's the reason as to So that's it. That's the real reason why solar businesses actually really tend to struggle to actually scale past that 100 installations a month mark. And what I can say is it's not only these 5 different pillars. There are a multitude of different pathways and understandings, but for the most part, this is what I've seen, and this is what has been affecting a lot of companies to not actually scale to that point. So here it is. Rewatch this video, understand what's going on. If you want to have us do this for you and actually implement all these systems for you and do this, and to be able to take your company and grow it and scale it to the level that you want it to, go ahead, click the link down below in the description and book a call, and we'll see how we can go ahead and help you. That's it for today, guys. See you in the next video.